Hey everybody, this is AYG's Alpha Team, here with another video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia Global version. Today we are going to be talking about the character build for Serah Pharaon from Final Fantasy 13. Now I'm not gonna go over her whole backstory. I'm sure you're familiar with her already if you are a fan of the franchise. So we're just going to talk about how to build her out with your artifact passes that you can acquire. One thing we're going to assume is that you have all of your crystal level 60 and your level 60 up, and then another thing is we're going to assume that you have all of her weapons, and their max limit broke. So right now we're rocking the EX weapon, and we're going to go over her passive abilities. Now the things you want to focus on her artifacts are Initial Brave. You want to focus on Charge Moonlight boosts and all debuff attack boosts. Now, there are other options, but these are the ones that are going to make her most effective. And here's why. She is actually a great Brave battery. She's also a great break, she's great at breaking enemies. She's also great at dealing some decent HP damage. She's an all-around pretty good character. But mainly I use my Serah for support, and that's the build we're going to talk about. So the way we're going to support our team is with being able to debuff the enemy and also giving tons of Brave to our allies or our party members. So being able to do that, you're going to need a high initial Brave, and you're going to need to be using Charge Moonlight boost, or you can also use all debuff attack boost, but that's mainly for just you if you want to increase your max Brave. But the reason you want to go initial Brave is because her initial Brave actually affects how much she can bleed the target with poison, or her Goddess's Light debuff. So Goddess's Light is a frame debuff that you get from her EX weapon after casting it. You can see it right here. 5 turns Goddess of Light deals Brave damage based on initial Brave at the start of target's turn. And then it also says Brave damage from Goddess's Light will not inflict a break. So it'll take all their Brave away, but it'll just drop them to 0. It'll actually break them. But this is key just in case you're playing against an opponent who, when he comes out of his Brave, can have upwards of 5,000-6,000 Brave. At the same time, sometimes they will break your enemy. So let's say it's their turn, and they end up breaking your enemy. They're gonna have 10,000 Brave, upwards of 10,000 Brave, and having that poison from wound, which you get from the wound attack. 2 turns max Brave down and poison 1, but actually with all the buffs you end up getting it for 5 turns. Having that on top of the frame buff that you get from the EX will inflict 2 Brave damaging attacks before the enemy even gets to even attack. And the way you make those hit harder is by having a higher initial Brave with Serah. So if you want those to be as effective as possible, get as high as initial Brave as you can with Serah. The other thing is, since she has this Charge Moonlight boost, you can see it right here, Moonlight boost +1, raises own max Brave to 20%. So this is a good way for you to stack your Brave, so you're actually doing more damage to all enemies. The other thing is the all debuff attack boost. Now this grants the party's max Brave and attack up 10% while the enemy is debuffed. So no matter what, when you cast wound, they're going to be debuffed. If you do your EX, they're going to be debuffed. So they're pretty much going to be debuffed all the time, which means your party will have a higher attack and a higher max Brave pretty much the entire match. Now if you have 3 of these, you can stack them up to 30%. So a 30% boost to your party's attack and your party's max Brave is a significant amount. Now, if you wanted to be more of a support character, this is the way you would go. If you wanted to be just a little bit more devastating with your attacks, you'd want to go Charge Moonlight boost, because it also gives you an additional use to Moonlight, so you'll be doing that more often, which in turn gives your party more Brave, because every time you cast a Moonlight, it gives your party a Brave amount based on their current Brave amount, and based on your attack. So all in all, just great for generating Brave out of nowhere. That's the best thing about Moonlight. And the way I'm running mine is I'm actually going a little bit selfish until I can get a better passes. I'm gonna go Charge Moonlight boost for that initial Brave. Well, for this particular one, for that initial Brave, and then the max Brave to myself. Then I'm gonna go all debuff attack, all debuff attack. Actually, let's switch that up and go like this. So we're gonna go, the Etros Miracle is just what's on these as well. Attack and speed plus if HP is maxed at the start of the last wave. It's pretty decent, but you don't really have to worry about your attack so much, and plus we're playing as a support character, so it's not really as relevant. You could definitely go with it if you wanted a higher attack. You don't necessarily need it, because again, you're generating Brave on your own, not based on your own attacks. So it's helpful, but it's not as helpful if you want to be a better support character. So this is what I recommend. If by some miracle you can get Charge Moonlight boost 2-star and all debuff attack boost on one passive, that would be the ultimate. Having Initial Brave 170 and any of those would be also very great. Now, I've had 2 Initial Bravery 170s, but I traded them up for some more all debuff attack boosts. And having those, I was doing a little bit over 6,000 damage per poison attack. So I had my frame buffed on the enemy, I had poison on them from wound, and every time it hit for about 6,000 points. So you're talking about 12,000 Brave taken away from the enemy before they even get to attack. It's very significant. The initial Braves make a huge difference because now I'm less than 5,000. I'm pushing about 4,700 without those initial Braves. So they make a huge difference. If you want to go with them, my suggestion would be get Charge Moonlight boost 2-star with all debuff attack boost 2-star on everyone. Then you would be ultimate. You would be helping your team. You'd be helping yourself. You'd be a huge boost of max Brave to you and your party. Definitely the way to go. That's going to do it, guys. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more from regaming.com. Also, shoot us a comment if you have any questions, you want to give us any feedback. It's always appreciated. Until then, go ahead. Game on.
Game on! Yeah, game on!